Welcome to the EZU course about Automation Center workflows for Retention Center. In this course, you will learn how to create and schedule email campaigns for remarketing purposes via the EZLynx Automation Center product. So, let's get started. In this video, we'll discuss the role of Automation Center email campaigns as they pertain to Retention Center. These email campaigns are automated, which is handy when you want to automatically send specific emails to certain customers when an event is triggered in EZLynx. In this tutorial, we'll focus on setting up automated email campaigns for low and high-risk customers in Retention Center, as well as cross-selling. The three templates we'll utilize are titled Generic Renewal in Progress, Generic Renewal Competitive, and Competitive Cross-Sell. These are agency insight templates created specifically for Retention Center and Automation Center users. The Generic Renewal in Progress template is used to email high-risk opportunities, while the Generic Renewal Competitive is used to email low-risk opportunities. Low and high risk refer to the risk thresholds we discussed in part 1 of this video, titled Retention Center Basics and Navigation. Essentially, low risk means there was a low increase in premium, while high risk means there was a high increase in premium. Therefore, you'll want to send a different email to those high-risk customers to remarket them for a more competitive price. Thus, the renewal process is in progress while you gather new quotes. Meanwhile, the generic renewal competitive states that the customer already has a competitive price for their policy and doesn't necessarily have to make any changes, unless they choose to do so. The competitive cross-sell templates can be used to target customers who already have an active policy, like auto or homeowners, for the purpose of promoting a complementary product or policy. The benefits of cross-selling can be seen by both the customer and the agency. Multiple policies typically qualify for additional discounts, which provides more value to your customers. Additionally, cross-selling is key to growth for agencies and often increases overall customer retention. EZLynx offers both a generic auto renewal competitive cross-sell template and a generic home renewal competitive cross-sell template, but we recommend you tailor these to suit your agency's needs. As soon as we create these automated email campaign workflows, the system will send the emails out when triggered. What this means is that every time a customer is added to the renewal list, whether low risk, high risk, auto renewal, or home renewal, the system will automatically send an email to that customer with a specified template which pertains to their renewal situation. The auto and home competitive cross-sell templates will be triggered based on the line of business being renewed. Please note that these automated email campaigns will only be triggered from the point of creation going forward. Any customers already on the renewal list will not receive this email. Now, let's dive into the workflow on how to set up these email campaigns in Automation Center. To navigate there, hover over the settings icon and click on Automation Center at the bottom of the list. Once inside Automation Center, click on the Workflows tab. Next, click on the Create New Workflow button on the right-hand side. The first automated email campaign template we'll create is Generic Renewal in Progress, which is for those high-risk customers. Inside the workflow editor, scroll to the very bottom and click on Retention Center. Within the expanded menu, select the trigger titled Applicant Added to the Renewal List. You'll be redirected to the Add Filters page, where you'll click the Add Filter button. For the filter, scroll to the bottom and select Risk. For the value, select High, then click the Next button. Here, we want to choose an action for our trigger, so choose Send Email. In the Email Template dropdown, choose the EZLynx Agency Insights Generic Renewal in Progress template. A preview of the email will appear to the right where you can customize it to your liking. You can change who the email is sent from by selecting someone in the From dropdown. Additionally, you can click inside the box below the template dropdown to send a text message to your customer. The text message feature can be used in place of or in addition to the email. As soon as you're ready, click the Save Action button, then click Next. On the Finish Setup page, you can name the workflow, add a description, tie your agency or branch to the workflow, enable or disable Smart Stop, and enable or disable the automated workflow. When you feel you're ready, click the Save Workflow button. If you choose to disable the workflow, it won't trigger any emails until you go back into the setup and enable it. Otherwise, your email campaigns will start being sent out, once triggered by a customer being added to the renewal list in Retention Center. Next, we'll walk through how to set up an automated email campaign for low-risk customers. Navigate back to the Workflows tab within Automation Center. If you followed along and already created the email campaign for high-risk customers, you can click the Kebab button on the far right of the workflow and select Duplicate. Otherwise, you can repeat the steps from the previous workflow with the exception of the filters, which we'll cover next. On the Add Filters page, choose Low for the risk value, then click Next. On the Add Actions page, select Send Email or, if already created by the duplication process, click Edit in the Workflow Sequence preview pane to the left. Then, choose the EZLynx Agency Insights Generic Renewal Competitive Template. Again, you can edit the template or check the box to send a text message as well. Now, click Save Action to add the action. This time, we're going to add another action because our low-risk customers likely won't need additional renewal assistance since they already have a competitive price. Select Close Applicant in Retention Center. This action will close the low-risk customers listing in Retention Center since we don't need to do anything further for their policy renewal. Click the Save Action button, then click Next on the following screen. We're back at the Finish Setup page, where you'll want to enter in the workflow name, description, agency, enable or disable Smart Stop, and enable or disable to automated workflow. As soon as you're finished, click the Save Workflow button. You should now have two different Retention Center email campaign workflows in your Automation Center, one for low risk and one for high risk. As stated, these automated emails will be triggered when a customer is added to the renewal list in Retention Center, whether they're low or high risk. Finally, we'll walk through how to set up an automated email campaign for a home renewal competitive cross-sell. Once again, you'll follow the same initial steps as the previous two workflows, except the filters and actions will differ slightly. On the Add Filters page, select Line of Business in the Filter drop-down. Then, select Auto Personal for the line of business and click Next. Because the purpose of this campaign is cross-selling, we want to filter the auto-renewal policies so we can market those customers for homeowners. If you're setting up an email campaign for auto-renewal competitive cross-sell, instead you'd choose homeowners or renters insurance for the line of business. Essentially, you want to market the customer for a complementary policy than what they currently have on the renewal list. On the Add Actions page, select Send Email and choose the email template for EZLynx Agency Insights, Home Renewal Competitive Cross-Sell. Again, you can edit the email or choose to send a text message as well. Now, click Save Action, then click Next on the following screen. On the Finish Setup page, name your new workflow, add a description, tie your agency or branch to the workflow, enable or disable Smart Stop, and enable or disable the automated workflow. As soon as you're done, click the Save Workflow button. You can now see the newly created automated workflow for home renewal competitive cross-sell. To learn more about Retention Center workflow, watch the How to Handle Low and High-Risk Customers video. To learn more about Retention Center Basics, watch the Retention Center Basics and Navigation video. To learn more about Retention Center Actions, watch the Retention Center Actions video. To learn more about Automation Center, watch the Automation Center playlist. To learn more about email campaigns, watch the Email Campaigns playlist. That's all for this EZU course on Automation Center workflows for Retention Center. You should now have the knowledge needed to create and schedule email campaigns for remarketing purposes via the EZLynx Automation Center product. Thanks for watching.